Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're getting our first winter mod on, and it looks like we're going to be trying to install an MSD 6AL-2 ignition box. I was able to get one. They had a little Black Friday deal on them, so I went ahead and grabbed one since it was pretty decent amount off. So I've got that. I'd also had, for these cars, they make a connector to the coil that you're supposed to use whenever you're trying to install it to this as well. So I'm also going to go grab that, and we're going to get into trying to install the MSD box on the LT1 Camaro today. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, and here's what I'm talking about that I have. It's an MSD dual connector single coil harness, and there's the part number 8876. It's just this little thing right here. One end, I believe it's this in here, should go into the coil, and then you're just going to make all your connections out here with the spades. So, and then of course you got a connector here as well. But so we have this as well. For what I've seen on some forums, that should make it a lot easier to do the job. So that is why I have that. I will see why I need it, I guess, while doing the install. So let's get back into it. You guys ever just get into wiring and then just find things that literally aren't connected to anything? Like, this is speaker wire. Isn't it? Used cars, I feel like they just give you some really surprising things sometimes. And you know, even still 2 years later, I come across things that literally are hooked up to nothing. So yeah, got that going for me. Back to the wiring. Alright guys, so first thing, you want to take both of your original plugs off of your coil, and then you take this black side that goes to the coil, put that on. You can see it there on the right. Then it comes up, and you just take your original two and you plug them into the other end of the MSD part. So that part's actually pretty simple there. And then it explains to you on here what the rest of the stuff is. So here's your original stuff. You just stick it all back on. So now you have one on the coil, which is the MSD thing. And then you just take this, and if I can get it to focus, you got like your orange, let's see, your black and orange ones and your red and white ones, and they just explain what they all go to. They pretty much just all make it back to the MSD box. So that part's actually relatively simple. So now it says it'll only fit on one side of the coil. Only 2 wires go to the coil with an MSD ignition control. It says connect the 4 wires of the harness to the MSD ignition control, which will be the box. So that part's pretty simple. Now all the rest is just gonna go back to our MSD box. Okay, so now I'm going a little out of order. I have the black wire running down behind the fuse box spot, right? And I'm gonna pull it out here, and I have a ground on my car that is hooked up to something else right here on the front, and I'm gonna go ahead and connect it here for my ground. Whether or not y'all's cars are exactly the same, I don't know, so don't like quote me on this that you could do that. I can on my car. Whether or not you can on yours, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my ground in right there. I don't know if you guys have ever worked on something and then for some reason you just have this like revelation that something is so much easier than what you thought. Well, that's what I'm going through. So for this box, this is like, I wish I could tell you that this is like really hard, but it's really not. So let me show you. I already showed you the ground. Ground goes right here. I'm gonna take my battery power, which is the big one, shows it in the instructions, and I'm gonna take it down through here. You can see the red wire. I have it clipped right about here because I gotta get a little more wire. It's a little short, so you do need a little extra wire if you're doing it the way I'm doing it. I'm gonna run that through all the way over to the terminal over there, and then I've got my other wires. So it turns out I don't need the tack output, which is gray. Don't need it. Here's the gray. Don't need this one either. The only one else that I should need is my blue wire. My blue wire is my 2-step. So the blue wire is going to go through the firewall back here into a momentary switch, which I have here. This, you want a momentary if you're doing it the same way as me. So what it is you basically just hold on to the button. As long as you're holding it, then it's gonna have power. So my 2-step will be engaged as long as I'm holding this. If I'm not holding it, then it's just gonna be up to regular rev limiter. So I'm just running everything down below the fuse box where it'll go. I don't need this I can get rid of. And then the other wires, so it has these 2 that come out of here in this big roll, right? These are orange and black. With this connector, the MSD harness, and I'm telling you now, if you have an LT1, just buy the MSD harness, please. 8876 is the part number. Take your orange and put it into orange. Take your black, put it into black. And they'll already come with these spades. So it's super simple, you can't mess it up. Spade to spade. The other red and the other blacks have they have ring terminal ends, like here. So you can't mess that up. And then you just go with the plugs like what I showed. And that's pretty much it. So really you're only using, at least for the 6AL-2, I'm only using like 4 wires off of this whole setup. So this is like stupid easy, and I definitely thought that it would be a lot harder than this. But it's not. This is one of those rare times where this is actually relatively easy on this car. So that's basically how you do it. After I get done with some extra wiring and stuff, I'll show you guys how it actually operates. And I can kind of explain what it's got here. On the MSD box here, these are all your dials. These are just rubber covers. Take them out. Comes with a little flat head that you can adjust them. These are all they're all dial driven, not like digital or anything. So gotta kind of look at it upside down for it to be right. You've got your 2-step rev limiter over here. You just twist it by 1,000 and then the 100s. Then you have your regular rev limit, same thing, thousands, hundreds, and then you just put in your cylinders. And this would be an 8 cylinders, you'll change it to 8. And that is pretty much it. Alrighty, got it all lit up. All the wires tucked away. And we just put a little switch right here. If I hit it, you can see it. Right there's, that's to hold the 2-step. And we just ran the wires down under the dash here. Down in here, it's all above this kick panel. So, should be good to go. So, super simple. If you have any other questions or if I miss anything, then just let me know. Definitely glad to be getting into a lot more content. Hopefully, man, I don't even know how long I've been saying it now, but I hope that the nitrous kit goes on soon. That'd be pretty cool. But for now, we're gonna get the 2-step hooked up. This was a big thing I wanted and was supposed to really help with track times and everything because it'll make all of my launches super consistent. That's kind of why I got this. And who doesn't love 2-step anyways? Everybody loves 2-step noise. So we got that, and then we'll help and hook up the nitrous and everything with the box, and it just, everything tied together should work really well. And I'm definitely hoping this year our goal is just get into the 12s. Very simple. So get into the 12s. That's all we want. This should easily do it. So anyways, thank you guys again for watching. If you have any other questions, again, let me know. Drop them down in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, because I've always got more LT1 content coming. Sometimes it can be tutorials, sometimes it's racing. Just watch and you'll see what's coming up. And thank you guys again. Everybody have a wonderful day. Hopefully this helps you. If not, I'm just a piece of crap and not able to teach anyone, but I hope it helps you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.